the patriarch for peace. The spiritual leader of the world's Eastern Orthodox community in Melbourne and calling for unity, lauded by the Prime Minister.
You have worked for a peaceful coexistence of all people.
But achieving that in the Middle East remains out of grasp for world leaders a year on from the October 7 Hamas terror attacks.
We have got to reach a ceasefire, both as it relates to what's happening in Lebanon and, of course, Gaza. We are working around the clock in that regard.
The opposition in Australia has declared it would only support a ceasefire under a list of conditions, including the release of Israeli hostages and the degradation and defeat of Hamas in Gaza and Hezbollah in Lebanon. The latter point going beyond calls from leaders of the G7 and the United States.
It wouldn't be remarkable for an Australian politician to disagree with an American politician, particularly the United States administration under President Biden and Vice President Harris is a centre-left administration. I'm from a centre-right political party.
The opposition has been accusing the government of being at odds with Australia's allies on Israel. But Foreign Minister Penny Wong now seeking to turn the tables, releasing a statement saying the opposition leader Peter Dutton was so focused on dividing Australians over this conflict, he doesn't realise how isolated his position is.
If you're really focused on looking for an argument, then you lose sight of the national interest.
As the conflict expands within Lebanon, 2,700 Australians in the country have been helped to leave by the government. Just over 50% of seats across 16 government-assisted departure flights have been filled. The government warning flights leaving today may be the last.
We'll continue working with families and they should keep in touch with the Australian government if they need more information, if they need assistance.
As the conflict in the Middle East broadens, so too does the political divide here in Australia. While the government tries to hold the middle ground, the coalition has taken a much firmer line in support of Israel. But it will take more than rhetoric to solve this conflict, which continues to claim the lives of